Yo, what is up guys? Brew and Steel here, and just want to take this time to wish all my subscribers a happy new year. Happy 2021 guys. You guys are awesome, and 2020 is officially over. If you guys haven't checked out my 2019 video that I did, it's a bit of a recap video of my best moments, but this year is going to be a little bit of a similar video, but I'm going to be talking about not only but my best moments and favorite moments of 2020, probably the bad stuff that has happened to me, and some of the bad news that has happened in this country. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, Happy New Year, Happy 2021. Hopefully you guys had a great 2020. I am so sorry for those who did not have a good year in 2020. Hopefully you guys have a great one. Hopefully you guys have a great one in 2021. And I do wish the same as me. If I did not have a 2020 year that wasn't too good, hopefully 2001 will be better. So again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's just me recapping 2020, my best moments, favorite moments, stuff like that. Some of the bad stuff that has happened. But anyways, Happy New Year. Happy 2021, guys. I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, welcome back, and to start this 2020 recap video, I just want to mention that I will be starting off with the most, I think what I'm gonna do is just share what I feel that is the most important and like biggest cause in 2020. What was the big moments in 2020? So basically, obviously you guys might agree with me that the coronavirus pandemic is the huge thing that had a huge impact in this US country in 2020. The coronavirus first started in March. Actually, I think it started in April. It actually first started in China, and then it just spread to the US and other countries. Italy was by far the worst, in my own opinion, but US obviously is worse too. But it all started in China. Everyone probably knew what was the cause. They all like had scientific guesses that the coronavirus was caused of animals and bats particularly. So they all thought that bats was the reason why the coronavirus started. Everyone didn't know about this coronavirus. Like, it's a brand new virus that I never seen before. Like, I have never seen in my entire life a new virus that's new to everyone. That's so deadly. A virus so deadly that it took a toll in within weeks, starting in the east coast of California and all the way to New York where I live. So this was a huge news, death toll, and pandemic that hit hard in 2020. It started maybe in April, and then March it got worse. Right now it's actually still worse. It might actually still go into 2021, this coronavirus, COVID-19 virus. So, and this virus is so serious. It's like killing people. It's hurting people. Like, killing people meaning like people are dying every day. You're out there, right? You're out there. You pass by people that might have been tested positive for the virus. It's that scary, and everyone's staying indoors. The virus has become a huge impact on people. Universities changing all their on-campus, classes to online. Really affects some people. I started my first semester at U Albany as a informatics social media degree, actually major, whatever, not degree, trying to get a bachelor's degree, but I started my classes. Originally, they were on campus, but because of this whole coronavirus situation, they were all moved to online, which kind of helped me. I really think online helps, but there's some students out there that think that online is, trash. They don't like online classes. I'm more of an on-campus person because I get to meet people every day. I get to say hi. There's no one to say hi to me in my classes when I go online. That's what people are worried about. But in my own opinion, there is a Facebook page for Albany transfer students. I'm pretty sure every college has this on Facebook, like a group where people meet new people. There's been people on this Facebook group sharing their own personal schedule, like asking people, "Hey, do you have math with me? Do you have this certain class with me?" And I think it's a great opportunity. All the newcomers, all the transfer students can go in and get advice from the seniors. Like they can get advice from people who has already been there for 1, 2, 3 semesters already. And I think it's a great help. People are sometimes afraid because they watch all that drama movies. Oh, I'm scared of seniors because they might beat me up because I'm a freshman. All that movie talk about schools and shit, bullying. They all say that freshmen always get bullied by seniors. I mean, you're mature now, right? You are now in college. You're a freshman, right? Get the advice from upperclassmen. That's what was going on in this Facebook group that I was in for Albany. When I went into Albany, I was nervous meeting new people. I went to Boston for a year. I was nervous to leave all my New York friends, not fans, sorry. I was afraid to leave all my New York friends and go to a new life in Boston for a year, to have school there, to just attend a school where I knew no one. And would you know, I made so many friends in Boston. And I learned that, new places can be good for you. But this coronavirus has hurt many students because they don't like, the whole format of the online classes and stuff like that. Some of the professors are delayed on work, stuff like that, homework shit, like releasing it. But, well, the professors literally don't really actually do homework. But, I mean, like, some professors might be late in, like, publishing the next homework, the next exam. I had professors this semester that had issues like that. So, this coronavirus has ruined people. This coronavirus, people think it's fake. People still go out there, have parties. It's your own fault that you're partying it's all your own fault that you're out having fun. You're out having parties. It's all your own fault that you're having parties. You're having contact, maybe kissing girls or something if you're a guy, and catching COVID-19. It's your own fault. I mean, this shit is serious. People just don't understand that. I get daily, non-stop emails from Albany warning not to go to parties because of this COVID-19, and I don't go to any. And this coronavirus also hurts people that have jobs. And look, I don't tend to talk about my personal life or my job, but this coronavirus had made me get laid off from my job. I don't really supposed to talk about my job because it's kind of private, but they had to lay off some people because of this coronavirus. People were getting fired, people getting laid off. I would say that I probably got fired. I'm pretty much a good worker. It's not like, look, my boss, my supervisor loves me. I had a great relationship with my supervisor, but they had to make some choices. There were people up there that were probably better than me. There were people up there that were like maybe more productive than I was. I mean, I was a great worker. I'm not gonna lie. I did good work. I had participated in so many computer IT projects in my job. I had the honor to learn new things, and that's what all that matters. And this coronavirus had changed people's lives. They just made people upset. People want this coronavirus to stop so people can, explore the new life out there. And I'm not going to talk about the coronavirus too much, but you get what I mean, right? Like, the coronavirus is one of the big things that happened in 2020. This is a 2020 recap video, in my own opinion. So, I'm not going to get too deep in the coronavirus situation. I have done broadcast talks with some friends since I couldn't meet them in real person. I actually got some friends online and I actually talked with them, sharing their thoughts on the coronavirus. I actually have YouTube videos of that. I'm not going to dig deep too much right now. I will talk about it more later in this video, but more news that has happened in 2020. Obviously, the huge presidential race between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. It was neck and neck. Joe Biden obviously was the better president. Joe Biden ends up winning and gets elected as the 46th president of the United States. And overall, Harris has become the first black and South Asian woman to become a vice president. So, and Donald Trump is a bitch, racist. I hate Donald Trump with a passion. He's a rapist. Not rapist, he's a racist. He has no respect towards women. This guy thinks, Joe Biden, no, he cheated. I even saw maybe this bitch maybe like filed a complaint against literally this guy. This let me tell you how pathetic and retarded this guy is. Donald Trump filed a lawsuit against Joe Biden. That's what I heard. Because this dude thinks that he deserves being president. He deserves to be still president for a year or a whatever. But I hate Donald Trump. Joe Biden will be the president, Donald Trump. Get over it. But that's a huge deal. Joe Biden will be our 46th president. I don't remember the exact date where he actually goes into the White House, like moved in. So that's a huge move. That's a huge news. By the way, again, back to the coronavirus situation, I was required to take a COVID-19 test. So thankfully, I did get tested negative. They just took a cotton ball swatter. They put it down my throat. They tested my DNA for any sign of coronavirus thing, whatever you call it, and thankfully it came back negative. The process of the coronavirus and living on campus was so huge. It was so difficult for some students, but thankfully I got tested negative. Like I said, I've been at home all day. If I do have to go out, I wear a mask, I wash my hands, I bring hand sanitizer. But like I said, I'm not going to talk about the coronavirus too much, but anyways, that's another thing that I want to mention, that I did take the coronavirus test, and I did get test negative, so that's good. This was right before actually I had to take classes at UAlbany. But anyways, some of the other news, my birthday was this year, of course, November 26th. It was on Thanksgiving. Usually my birthday isn't directly on Thanksgiving. It's a couple, maybe like 2 days before Thanksgiving or a couple days after, but my birthday and Thanksgiving were celebrated on the same day. So, I mean, people say that it's amazing. People say that maybe having your birthday on Christmas is amazing, but some people say it's not because you get too many presidents. It's kind of boring, but it's all in that. But anyways, I just want to share some, news like in the celebrity world. I'll get into the sporting world. There's some news I want to share, but Alex Trebek was a huge factor in the Jeopardy show. So Jeopardy was a game show for really smart people. I actually know someone that I know personally that went on Jeopardy. He was actually the son of one of my father's friends. But Alex Trebek, Jeopardy host, died at 80. This guy was a huge Jeopardy host, and I know all you Jeopardy fans out there was deeply saddened of this loss. I know that, obviously, I'm not a Jeopardy fan. I'd watch Jeopardy someday, but you have to appreciate what this guy has done for the show. They are currently actually looking for a new host. So it's so sad to see someone go, someone that had a dream, like, running a show like Jeopardy, but old age, it happens. But that's a huge deal in the Jeopardy world. Um, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther. He was actor in the Black Panther series, Avengers, superhero. He dies. I think it was cancer. The thing is, I never actually knew that he had cancer. Like I said before earlier in this video, I don't like to talk about people's personal life. I don't like to talk about my personal life. This is the exact same thing how Chadwick felt. He didn't want to tell people he had cancer. I don't think he told anyone. He might have, but I never even heard that he had cancer. I didn't even know that he was close to dying. So I don't know. I'm guessing maybe he didn't want to tell people he had cancer. I mean, which is understandable. People want to keep secrets from their personal life, which is understandable because, people can be making fun of your personal life and you can get triggered. You can break a wall. I can literally break a laptop if someone talks about me. But anyways, that's just a sad. I'm a huge Avengers fan, and I was deeply sad about this. I know there's a lot of Avengers fans out there that were shocked, maybe never heard of him having cancer, but he died. It was definitely cancer. I think I might be wrong. I don't know, but anyways, it's just devastating. Alright guys, before I get into this next part, I just want to mention that this video will be posted on Brew and Steel. So this is going to be my main channel upload. So I do have a gaming channel called Brew and Steel's Gaming, and I just want to let you guys know, I hope you guys understand that I most likely don't really talk about my gaming channel on my main channel, which is Brew and Steel. So I will be mentioning gaming stuff in this recap because it's a huge deal. But anyways, I hope you guys understand. So this is just going to be a small news thing for gaming. So ever since the coronavirus started, this huge game became really popular. So this game is called Among Us. So basically, this game came out in 2018, and for some odd reason, this game became really, really big and popular once this coronavirus started. I'm guessing maybe because everyone's indoors, they have nothing to do, they play games. But this game came out in 2018, and it's basically, well, like I said, I'm not going to talk about gaming too much. If you want to know what Among Us is really, really about, look it up. Go to my channel. I have gameplay on there that will tell you what the game is about, but I'm not going to dig deep. But anyways, this game has become so popular, and I was just curious, why a game like Among Us become so popular in 2020, yet it didn't get released in 2020. It got released in 2018. So I did a little research, and apparently this Twitch streamer just suddenly wanted to play this game, and it just got really, really popular within weeks. So that's a huge deal. Like every single person on Twitch is playing this game ever since the coronavirus has started. Like this game is so much fun. It's a lot of, concepts in this game, but like I said, I'm not gonna go full detail about this game. But Among Us was a huge deal in 2020 once the coronavirus started. So yes, Among Us is a game that guys want to try. Um, Valorant. So Valorant is a first-person shooter made by Riot Games. Like I said, don't want to talk about games too much, but League of Legends is a game that I play on my gaming channel, and it's a huge competitive game. It's 5-on-5. It's like abilities and stuff like that. But this is a first-person shooter. It's kind of like global Counter-Strike Global Offensive. If you know what I'm talking about, guys. If you're gamers watching my video, but it's like 5-on-5, disarming bombs and stuff with abilities. Instead of CS:GO just guns, you have different abilities, same abilities that you use in League, Q, W, E, and R. So Valorant got released this year, midway through 2020, and it has become a huge impact on gamers. It's a huge game. Cyberpunk 1077 came out this year. Cyberpunk has to be the game of the year. I have not played the game yet, but I'm willing to probably, maybe, I don't know. But Cyberpunk has become a really popular game. Um, It's a huge game going on right now. So gamers, I hope you guys have the time to get to play it. So I hopefully can get to play it maybe sometime. But Cyberpunk, Valorant came out in 2020. Among Us just became really popular. But anyways, also I do want to mention Blitzcrank is my main character, my main champion that I use in League of Legends. You might not be familiar with the champion, but there's masteries. I have reached 1 million mastery points on Blitzcrank this year of 2020. I've been trying to get 1 million on him ever since 2019, 18, whatever, but it's a huge accomplishment in my opinion. I had 1 million on Blitzcrank mastery. Sorry if you don't understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, I am gonna go ahead and talk about the sports and stuff like that, the sporting world and stuff like that, some of the news, some of my updates on my team. So basically, I just wanna let's bring let's talk about the bad stuff like the deaths and stuff like that, whatever. Probably the huge death that had a huge impact in a sporting event, of course, you all know the devastating death of Kobe Bryant. He was an all-time great NBA player who played for the Lakers, the LA Lakers. He was a great champion. He changed his numbers around 8 to 24. Everyone heard the devastating news. I thought it was fake news, but Kobe Bryant played for the LA Lakers and he died in a helicopter crash early mid of this year, 2020. I'm a Celtics fan, and I'll say this again that I have huge respect for Kobe. I know my team and his team had really, really fun battles in the NBA Finals. But this guy was a fighter. If you don't like Kobe Bryant, something's definitely wrong with you. This guy maybe maybe pissed you off because he's the reason your team lost. But this dude was a legend. It was a devastating, devastating crash. Everyone in the NBA world was shocked. Kobe Bryant was a great champion, an NBA champion, a fighter. And what's worse is that his daughter was with him in that helicopter. I thought it was just Kobe who died, but her. It was his daughter in the helicopter with him, and they both died. Not sure why the helicopter crashed. People say that it was bad weather, maybe a engine failure. But what made it worse is that I never knew that it was his daughter too, as well, that died. I thought it was just him. Kobe's wife actually made probably. I think Kobe's wife actually planned on suing the helicopter company. I don't know, but obviously a devastating loss, leaving the whole country in shock. The NBA world in shock. Everyone in LA had a candle vigil for Kobe, shouting MVP. This dude definitely earned MVP in his career. So that was a huge impact in 2020 for the news of 2020, the NBA world. NFL legend Kevin Green recently died. He was an all-time great linebacker. I think he was a linebacker. I don't know. I wasn't alive then when he played, but he played for the Rams. He played for my Pittsburgh Steelers. He was an all-time great player who died recently. My condolences to him and his family since it was recent. He was a great player. I have seen clips of him, but like I said, I don't think I was even born when his career started. But looking at his NFL clips, he had a hell of a career. You had a hell of a career, buddy. And rest in peace, and may the God with you, whatever. But that was definitely a huge deal. Obviously, the NFL, I want to talk about NFL and NBA. So, NBA, obviously, the LA Lakers, Kobe's old team, had LeBron James on the team. And the LA Lakers are your 2019-2020 NBA champions with LeBron James. They won that championship for Kobe. Like, no doubt about it. Like, holy shit. They won that championship for Kobe. And it seems like every time LeBron James, like, I'm not complaining or anything, but every time LeBron James go to a team, he wins an NBA championship ring and a trophy. Like LeBron James, he was with the Cavaliers. What? Wins the championship. goes to Miami, wins the championship, goes to LA, wins the championship. But I condole him on being LeBron James is a great player. I mean, there's gonna be LeBron James haters out there, but this dude, people need to understand LeBron James is a great player. And LA Lakers with him were just unstoppable. Anthony Davis, man, like holy crap, this entire roster that they had. And by the way, all the professional sports playoffs were played in the bubble, so the coronavirus there was no actual fans, but fans actually can be on there virtually on Zoom or something, but which I find really hilarious and weird. But it was awesome to be a virtual fan, obviously. But yeah. But anyways, talking about the NBA, my Celtics had a pretty much of an okay of a playoff run. We end up losing to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. We beat the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round and then the Toronto Raptors in the second round. And, we just couldn't get the job done in the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami Heat had some weapons. I'm not going to talk about too much of it. If you guys haven't seen my recap video of that Celtics series, go check it out. I'm not going to talk about it too much. Going into the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. Holy shit, the Kansas City Chiefs also have the number one seed this year, so they might repeat. This Chiefs team is pretty good. So that's a huge deal with the Kansas City Chiefs becoming new Super Bowl champions, and now they have the number one seed. Yeah, they're just unstoppable. Patrick Mahomes is just an unreal quarterback. Like, holy shit, I would want Patrick Mahomes on my Steelers. Like, that's just like, this dude, Patrick Mahomes is good. That's just my own opinion. Obviously, just want to talk about the Steelers real quick. So the Steelers had they had a winning streak going on. They had 8-0, 11-0. They kind of fell apart after losing three straight, and then they had an amazing comeback against the Colts this past week, and they end up winning the AFC North. We already clinched a playoff spot the week before. And right now, we just have to clinch the 2 seed or the 3rd seed, depending on the Buffalo Bills. I'm not going to talk about too much of it. You guys see my recap videos, obviously. But I'm not going to talk about too much. So, anyways, getting him back to the NFL news. Tom Brady, before the season started, it's official that Tom Brady announced that he won't be returning to the New England Patriots. He ended up going to downtown Florida with the Buccaneers, and he also hit up his old friend, Rob Gronkowski, who said he was going to retire, but he came back. I guess his body told him, oh, I can go a couple more years later, obviously. But, it is what it is. But anyways, as crazy as it sounds, this year, they have clinched a playoff spot, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. But also, it's crazy. It's the first time in so long that we will have an AFC East winner. And that AFC East winner are the Buffalo Bills. For the first time in so long. I don't remember the last time when a non-team that wasn't the Patriots won the division. For the first time in so long, the Buffalo Bills have won the division. And for the first time, the New England Patriots have not won the division. And for the first time since 2007 and 2008, the New England Patriots have failed to make the playoffs. It's just crazy as it sounds. And of course, the huge news that Eli Manning retired before, Eli Manning retiring, and Giant fans are sad, saying that thank you, Eli Manning. I honestly, this is a Steelers perspective. Eli Manning deserves a Hall of Fame because all this shit he has done, but for some reason he had a falling out in the late season that he had with Kaufman. That he already got his ass out. You guys already got his ass out of New York, New Jersey, whatever. But Eli Manning, that was just a tough thing to see him retire. I guess, his body said that he can't take losses anymore. He's not good anymore. His body's tired. That's what happened to James Harrison. James Harrison, a really, really fierce linebacker for the Steelers, called his retirement. He came back from retirement once. And Ben Roethlisberger, he said he was going to retire last season, but now he wants to play this season. Now he's announcing he wants to play in 2021. But I don't understand. I mean, people have to tell. It's depending on how you feel your body is going to be working or functioning throughout the years coming up. It's that simple. Um, but anyways, getting back, um, this just been an amazing year for sports. Awful sad, but it's just that. But anyways, just want to mention one more thing. I believe this was before when the coronavirus started. It probably started in China at the time, but it wasn't in the US, so people were going to gyms, whatever. But I went to the gym, I had a trainer to work out, so my workout sessions ended like the beginning of this year, and I played pickleball. Pickleball is a sport that was like played. It's kind of like tennis and ping pong. It's played with a paddle, a hard paddle, and the ball has holes in it, and a net, and it's just different rules. But Siena College was nice enough to have a news broadcast, and they were broadcasting sports and stuff. And this guy did a like it was a, I think it was like a news broadcast video class that he was taking, and he came to the YMCA and he was interviewing pickleball players for his newscast forecast. So like it was going to be on like played on the news for Siena College. So it was really an honor for him to interview me, to talk about pickleball, because people out there actually don't think that pickleball is a sport. Like, to my surprise, I think pickleball is a sport, but it's just not too popular. It is played professional. It is played professional. So some of the questions were like, "Do you think pickleball is going to be a sport that's going people are going to pay attention to and throughout the years and stuff like that?" And there was like, "What are the rules? If you were to explain rules to an amateur player, what would it be?" There were like questions like that. So I appreciate Siena College to, to be part of the news broadcast that I was in, to let me be in the broadcast that I was in. So that was a fun part of 2020. The fact that maybe it started at the beginning of the year, maybe February, January, I think. So that's what I think. So yeah. Now, I did mention at the beginning of this video that the coronavirus has been a huge, maybe tough situation for some people because, I have real life friends. People out there have real life friends, and it's so hard to talk with them face to face because this whole coronavirus, you try to call them, maybe have fun online or something like that. But anyways, I'm gonna share right now my favorite moments that I had with family, with my friends, my close friends. You have seen some of my close friends that I did video with in the past. But anyways, just want to talk about family before friends. Um, so may I ask you guys, when was the last time you guys rode a bike? So it's been so long since I rode a bike. So I had two bikes growing up, and both of them were having so many issues. Like, one of them was completely broken, that was just unfixable, and the other one was fixable. I ended up riding it. So basically, my brother-in-law and my sister came. I don't remember the exact date. I'm not putting exact dates in this video, but my brother-in-law and my sister came to visit, and my brother-in-law actually fixes bikes on his spare time. So one of my bikes were adult size, like I was able to ride, and it just had chain issues. The chain wasn't properly going back and forth, and one of the chains was like screwed, like it was really damaged. But it took a couple hours for my brother-in-law to fix it, and I managed to ride it. So I want to take this time to thank my brother-in-law for fixing my bike. So I end up riding a bike for the first time in so fucking long. Don't worry, I still have the bike rules. It's like you don't ride a bike for what, 6 years, 5 years, and then you lose all your skills. Like, I don't know how to ride a bike. I haven't rode a bike in 5 years. Dude, your bike skills are still in you. You just hold on to the thing and you paddle. You just paddle. Whatever you call that. Whatever. But bike skills are still in me, baby. So, but anyways, getting into what happened. I posted a video on YouTube, 2020. It was me actually riding my bike for the first time, and I actually got a GoPro camera on me, and I did a video of me biking, and there was this like nice sunset. So I did mention earlier that I do live near the river. I think I did, maybe I did not. But there's a nice sunset, and I did this video. It was kind of an annoying sound because of the because I attached the GoPro on my bike because I was wearing a helmet and it was really hard putting a GoPro and a helmet on your head at the same time. So I like strapped it on my bike and it makes these weird noises. But the sunset was absolutely amazing. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. I'm not sure if I would like want to put all the videos that I did in the description. It's just too much. But I will see what I can do so you guys can see it. Also, when my brother-in-law and my sister were visiting, we did go blueberry picking. I went with my sister and my brother-in-law. It was a local apple orchards. They were having raspberries. We were picking raspberries and stuff like that. Blueberries, raspberries. I think gold raspberries. They had something raspberries I never seen. But it was a lot of fun. I also did a video of that, but this time to my head. I did a GoPro video. If you haven't done so, check out that video if you haven't. If you did, you know what I'm talking about. That was a lot of fun. I actually never gone blueberry picking, so it was my first time going blueberry picking. Most of the other times in the past when I was younger, I would go with family and we would just pick apples. That's pretty much it. So because different, fruits have different time when they grow in the season. So they actually will have pears, I think, later on. I don't know, but that was fun. If you haven't checked out the video where I went blueberry picking, be sure to do so. Like I said, I don't know if I will post these videos that I did in 2020. There's gonna be a lot, so I might actually put like small clips of what I did, of those like at the end of this video. I don't know, depending on how long this video is. But going on to talk about my friends, my real life friends hanging out. So didn't really do anything with family. Nothing too much about my mother. The fact that for Christmas she got me this sweater. It's a really nice, comfortable sweater. Thank you for that. And I also got her a purse. So, but going into my real life friends and the stuff that I did with them. So there are some friends that I do want to mention, give a shout out to you, and the first one is Gene. So Gene, excuse me, Gene was is a close friend of mine. You might know him from making basketball videos, some challenges that I did, some challenge videos that I did in the past. Excuse me, challenge videos that I did with him in the past. So Gene is there. I got to hang out with him. Brian is, I known him since Hudson Valley. Gene I also known from Hudson Valley. So both Gene and Brian I have known since Hudson Valley. So both of them I have done a lot of basketball videos with. I have done a lot of somewhat gaming videos with them. Like some of them were like video games, some of them were not. But I have done so many stuff with them. I also want to mention Trevor. He also did show up in one of my broadcast talks that I do. Since it was the coronavirus, I got some friends onto Google Hangout, Zoom, and we talked about our own opinions on the coronavirus and some other topics I will get to. So I give a shout out to Trevor. He was just a special guest. His mic wasn't working, so he did show up on one of my videos. So shout out to you. And also Jason, I did hang out with him at one point. But those are the friends I want to give a shout out to. It's really hard to hang out with friends because of the coronavirus. It's so hard because, you're indoors, you can't go out to see your friends. So, I had some movie nights on Discord. Discord is a free app you can get for talking to people and stuff and streaming your screen, talking for video and stuff like that. But anyways, getting into Gene. So I just want to talk about all the stuff that I did with my friend Gene. Gene is a great close friend of mine. Those who don't know who Gene is, I'll probably post a video, probably. But Gene, I did a lot of broadcast talks. We have a lot of thoughts and opinions to share to each other, and it's been like that throughout the years. And I really appreciate our friendship. So basically, some of the broadcast talks mostly we'll just discuss if we're going to do the talks on. We did do a coronavirus talk on Periscope. I'll get into that in a minute, but most of the broadcast talks that we did was like, oh, are we going to talk about our opinions on Discord? We're going to talk about on Zoom, Google Hangout. So most of the talks that we did were on Google Hangout. So starting with Gene, we did a lot of, talks about gun situations, and we did a lot of talk on our updated opinions on the coronavirus, on COVID-19. So there were several videos that he showed up in most of my videos this year. We did a couple, two or three coronavirus talks that were pretty good. There were like an hour or something. They were put on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked out those videos, there were like three or four. One of them was actually on Periscope. So Periscope is a live broadcast talk that you can do that people can see you all over the country. So we did that together, and we talked about two shooting situation with Jacob Blake and George Floyd. So basically, two shooting victims, and we just shared our thoughts on the whole situation and stuff. It was a fun talk. Those were also on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. Me and Gene also, we went swimming in the river. Like I said, I live right near the river. He came over, we went swimming. We had some videos of us jumping into the river together. I had a tripod that my friend Bryant gave me last year for Christmas, and I just kind of set it up, and we both took turns to jump into the river. Right before that, we played basketball. So I did mention that Gene was he also is also known as Canadian Yorker. We did basketball videos. We did a 1v1 video and a horse video this year, a coronavirus edition. So if you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be posting videos in the description. It's just too much. You guys just have to find it. But it was real fun playing 1v1 with Gene. It's a good workout. I think it's a good work for both of us. And the 1v1 horse is a really fun game. But after that, we did go swimming. Like I said, we set up the tripod and then we went jumping into the river. We did a lot of online stuff. So like I said, I don't talk about my gaming channel a lot, but we did play this fun drawing game. It's basically you draw and you basically try to guess what the other person's drawing. It's a straightforward game. If you guys want to check it out, it's on my gaming channel, but I'm not going to talk about it too much. Like I said, I try to avoid talking about my gaming channel on this main Brew and Steel channel. So, we did play that on my gaming channel. We also played two games. They're on this channel actually, so why not just talk about it? Two truths and a lie. Basically, you get three statements. You try to guess what the lie is, and then the other one is categories. Straightforward game. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about it too much. Well, it's not necessary on my gaming channel, but be sure to check it out. It's two fun games that I did with Gene. Two truths and a lie in categories. It's on this channel if you can find it. If I do link it, be sure to check it out. I did both of those games with Gene, and that's pretty much sums up what I did with Gene. I did talk with him a lot. I did watch a movie with Gene. I had movie nights on my Discord, and I invited friends. Since that you can't go out and watch movies with friends, so anyways, shout out to you, Gene. Thank you for a great 2020. Hopefully we can hang out more. This whole coronavirus just killed us. Like, we don't have time to hang out. We did get to see each other in real life, face to face. You know what I mean? During the coronavirus a bit, even though we were kind of at risk, the basketball court and stuff, but it wasn't really a lot of people, so we were kind of fine. Plus, I didn't touch that basketball we were using for a couple years now, so. Anyways, getting on to my next friend, Brian. Brian also showed up to most of my, basketball and challenge videos that I did in 2019. I did not do any basketball videos with him this year, but I did do some gaming stuff with him on my gaming channel. I did some gaming channel stuff with him, like gaming stuff, games I played with him. Like I said, that's the gaming stuff. I'm not going to talk about it. All I can say is that I played a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 with him, and we played a bit of League this year. He hasn't played League for a bit, but not going to talk about that too much. But I will say that I played a lot of games with him this year. on my gaming channel. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, moving on. Brian did show up on one of my broadcast videos that sharing our thoughts on the coronavirus. So one of the broadcast videos that I did, it was me, Gene, and Brian. We were just sharing our thoughts on the whole coronavirus situation. I believe it was like almost an hour and a half. We were talking in the evening. So I appreciate you joining that video, my guy. So thank you. Probably the only time that I saw him in real life, the last time I saw him was the beginning of this year. The last time I saw him, like, face to face, like in real life, outside, hanging out outside of the house, was the beginning of this year. Like I mentioned before, last year he got me a tripod for Christmas, and he got me a tripod, and he got me. I think he got me. Yeah, he got me the tripod, so we kind of used it a bit. I got the GoPro, obviously, from my mother, and we end up hanging out at the mall. So a local mall had this really nice arcade area, and we end up hanging out. And I wanted to try the GoPro for the first time, so I asked him, "Do you want to go to the mall? Do you want to hang out?" And we end up hanging out at the arcade. We end up winning lots of tickets. We had a hell of a day, and you know, I did post a video of us playing air hockey, and the GoPro is on my the GoPro was on my head. That was the first time I ever used the GoPro. We ended up playing air hockey and arcade games, and if you haven't checked out that video, be sure to do so. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be linking that video to you guys, so be sure to check that out. All those hangout videos with friends is a playlist on Bruin Steel, so if you go to Bruin Steel, and my friends' playlists are all the videos that I did with friends in 2020. So, anyways, that's Brian. I didn't really see him a lot. Just I got to play games with him online, hang out with him online, talk with him mostly on Discord and Discord servers. We talked how things are doing and stuff like that. Yeah, like that. So yeah, so give a shout out to Brian. Thank you for being a friend. Hopefully when, the coronavirus settles down a little bit, we can hang out more. Anyways, Trevor. Trevor is a friend that I've known since middle school. Me and him haven't really hang out a lot this year. The only time that we hang out was like during that coronavirus talk. He was a special guest. It was a coronavirus broadcast that I did with Gene, and he was kind of a special guest. He had nothing to say. He was just there listening. So I appreciate you being there and listening to our broadcasts, man, Trevor. He sent me a Christmas card. We're close friends. We didn't have like a falling out because we didn't see each other for a year. Because he wasn't comfortable having friends over. The whole coronavirus ruined friendships. Well, wouldn't say ruin friendship, not friends anymore, but like preventing people from seeing each other like they're friends anymore. But I sent him a card and he sent me a Christmas card, and we kind of talked on Facebook a little bit, and I appreciate our friendship, man. There's nothing that I have against you. We just didn't see each other because of this stupid coronavirus. Hopefully when, like I said, it settled down a little bit, I'll be able to hang out with you, Trevor. You're an awesome dude. So it was great to see Trevor again. It was actually the first time I've seen him in so long in that broadcast. So it just sucks that he couldn't talk. I would have said, "What's going on? Nice to see your face again." Maybe make some jokes like we always. But anyways, that's Trevor. Thank you for being the friend that you are. Despite that we haven't hanged out, thank you for a great year 2020. Talking to you and being a part of that broadcast video, man. Thank you. Jason is also a longtime friend. I've known him since middle school. I don't really hang out with him a lot, honestly. It's not like I had a falling out with him. I'm really close with him. Like, it's not like I have falling out with my friends like, fuck you, I hate you, it's not like I say that and like friendship's over. I had friends in the past that I used to be friends with, but we had falling outs. Yes, I agree. Some friendships don't go well that you can't expect to. Like, there's friendships that don't go well, and I admit it. There are some friends in the past that I was friends with, but they just said friends don't work out. Like, they hate me, I hate them because of something. I don't know, an argument. friendships, you will have arguments, and arguments, you need to, like, fix these arguments. You need to talk with your friends, figure stuff out. If you want to hang out sometime, if it doesn't work, talk to them. I had issues with that. I would say I had issues with that with Jason, but I'm not going to talk about it. Um, but Jason is a close friend. I have nothing against him. It's not, like I said, I'm not going to say fuck you. I'm not friends with you. I'm not going to hang out with you. I did want to thank him for hanging out with me during the coronavirus. I know, like, it was at fake. We had a BBQ barbecue with hot dogs, chips. I bought a whole bunch of stuff at stores. Gene was supposed to come. Gene was supposed to come, but he was supposed to come, but he ended up having something. But it was just me and Jason having a barbecue. We actually, probably the moment of 2020. We actually had burgers. So Jason bought burgers. I bought stuff from stores, and we had a barbecue, and we talked, hang out. I went swimming. He didn't bring his bains, so he didn't go swimming. So I kind of chilled. Um, we actually had a bunch of paper because we couldn't get, like, charcoal or anything like that to flip the patties or whatever, the hamburger meat or whatever. We didn't get a spatula, so we had to grab two plastic forks and we had to flip it over. So that had to be the moment. Not using a spatula, just plastic forks that might melt, flipping a patty and burning yourself. That's just stupid. But we managed to do it. But anyways, that was a lot of fun. I believe that was before I hanged out with Gene, because me hanging out with Gene and basketball was just like a makeup. So that was a lot of fun, and I appreciate our friendship, Jason. That's the only time I feel that we ever hanged out in, like, face to face. So I appreciate that friendship, Jason. And yes, I hopefully we can hang out when this coronavirus kind of settles down more. This virus is just ridiculous. Like, it's just honestly horrible. But anyway, shout out to all my close friends. You guys are awesome. And yeah, finally, the moment you guys been waiting for. It's time to wrap up this video with the best 2020 movies, in my own opinion. So right now I'll be sharing my top 20 movies of 2020. Just those movies that I feel like were probably the most popular, my all-time favorite movies of 2020. So here they are. I'm just gonna go down the list. You guys may have seen them before, you may have not, but if you haven't, I would definitely recommend it. 2020 had amazing selections of movies, and let's start off with some of the popular ones. So I'm gonna start with Eva. Just an amazing movie. It's about a Russian spy, I believe. A girl trying to get, I think it was prostitution or something, but just an amazing movie. The actor Jessica. I have all the lists here, so I remember which ones is which. So Jessica Chastain, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Jessica Chastain was a actor in the X-Men series Dark Phoenix. She played the villain that was unkillable. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, look at the trailer. Um, Eva is definitely the number one, or, like, top 2020 movie. So Eva, if you haven't seen it, be sure to check out that movie. Um, Extraction is a really, really good movie, played by Christopher Hemsworth, also the actor of the Avengers superhero Thor. He plays a U.S. Marine that tries to protect a boy from terrorists, and he's trying to track him to safety. So it's a really, interesting plot. So look up Extraction, and it was an amazing movie. I watched it, and I would definitely recommend it. It was probably one of the best movies I've seen. So, um, so Extraction, look it up. If you haven't seen it, I hope you do. It's really, really good. So, Extraction, be sure to watch it if you haven't. The next movie is called Underwater with Kristen Stewart. It's about a um, girl who is underwater doing research, and the girl is played as Kristen Stewart. You guys already know her by the really, really famous movie of Twilight. She plays Bella in Twilight, and she's just been so many success doing movies. And basically, she's plays a girl doing research underwater in this research vessel with others. There's a lot of death, and there's these really mystery and creepy creatures underwater that terrorize this scientific research lab. So it's really, really amazing what they have done with this movie, so I would recommend it. Probably one of the best of 2020. So be sure to check out Underwater with Kristen Stewart. So the next one is the new Mutants. I don't know any of the actors. I just watched the movie because I love Marvel. This is a horror Marvel movie. Basically, 4 teens try to get tested on, see their abilities, and something in that hospital that they're kept is haunting them, so they have to figure out what it is. It's just a horror Marvel series, so I would recommend the New Mutants. It's a really good movie, so check it out. This movie just recently came out, Freaky. I don't know that girl's actor's name. She doesn't seem familiar, but the famous actor in this movie is played by Vincent Van Gogh. He played the internship with Owen Wilson. He plays a murderer that stabs the girl, and for some odd reason they switch bodies. So it's a really interesting. This movie actually came out recently, if I'm mistaken. I think last month actually, or this month. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Freaky is an amazing comedy horror murder movie that's really interesting that I would definitely recommend. If you haven't seen it, be sure to do so. Um, Becky has Kevin James. Kevin James is also a comedian actor. Kind of plays as a villain. Becky is the name of a girl who kind of survives in the woods and um, goes home and encounters these intruders, and she tried to survive basically. So Becky is another great movie for 2020. That was a great movie that was in 2020. So I would definitely recommend it if you haven't tried watching it. And the movie, this is probably top tier movie of 2020. Bad Boys for Life, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Obviously the third part movie, Bad Boys for Life 1 and Bad Boys for Life 2 or 3, I don't remember. I don't think I've seen the second one, but Bad Boy for Life, a reunited movie for Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. These two have done Bad Boy for Life in the past years. 2001 was the first one, and then I think 2006 was the second one. But Bad Boy for Life was a huge hit in 2020, so I would recommend watching it. I never actually watched this one, so I would recommend it because the rating was just so high. So I would recommend it. So the next one is All the Bright Places. This is a romance movie that I watched. Justice Smith. Those who don't know who Justice Smith is, he actually was the main character in Detective Pikachu from last year. The trainer that adopts his Pikachu. So he's the actor in this one. He falls in love with a girl. So it's basically a romance movie. It's a really nice romance movie. So Justice Smith, look up All the Bright Places. I would definitely recommend it for you guys. So yeah. Force of Nature with Mel Gibson was an amazing movie. During a hurricane, this apartment gets snagged because there's people trying to get this really, really much expensive painting. And this is the movie. I did mention that I did watch a movie with Gene on movie night on Discord. Force of Nature with Mel Gibson was the movie that I watched with Gene. So this was a great. I did watch it with Gene, my sister, and my brother-in-law. So Force of Nature, if you haven't watched it, it's a really, really good movie. Mel Gibson's is always a huge impact on people. Mel Gibson is a great actor. I love him. But he's not like my top favorite, but I would definitely, Force of Nature was a really good movie, so I would recommend it. So be sure to check out Force of Nature. And this is the big movie that's just recently come out. Wonder Woman 1984 with Gal Gadot, whatever you call his name. She's not even from the US, in my own opinion. Well, not necessarily in my own opinion, but I don't think she's from the US. She has an accent, but she's been doing the Wonder Woman films for so long. But Wonder Woman 1984 was absolute amazing. Probably one of the top 2020 movies that we had this year. Well, not well. not this year. 2020 is over, so 2020, Wonder Woman 1984. I don't know the main reason why they made another Wonder Woman movie, but the Wonder Woman series was really good. But don't get me wrong, I need to get into more of the DC Universe stuff. I'm more into Marvel myself. So, yeah, this is another DC. Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey was probably a big one in the DC Universe. Margot Robbie obviously is the main actor for Harley Quinn. She has done such a great job. The film, I only seen a bit of it, but I know it's a top tier movie of 2020, so I definitely would recommend watching it. If I have time, I will definitely try to watch it myself. But you guys have to understand these lists aren't just movies that I just watched. These are just, in my own opinion, the popular movies. I might not have seen them myself, so. Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey was just an amazing movie, and I would definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And yeah, Greyhound. Greyhound is played with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is always a great actor. Greyhound, I think, is based off World War II, I think. I don't remember. I didn't actually watch a bit of the Greyhound. I've seen trailers, but it looks good. But definitely a top tier. Again, definitely a top movie in 2020. So I will recommend Greyhound to you guys. Silent Place with Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, whoever his name is. Emily Blunt is just an amazing actor. Silent Place is a horror movie. I think it's a horror movie. All that weird thing happen, like people dying suddenly, cars crashing. I think that's the kind of movie Silent Place is. I've seen maybe half of the movie, but I didn't finish it. I have to, but it's definitely up there. It's a really, really good movie. The next one is Mulan, of course, the Disney-made movie. Mulan is a huge thing. A lot of people actually said they didn't like it, but I kind of had some, enjoyment watching Mulan. But in China, because the girl who plays Mulan actually is a Chinese American actress, and she's big in China as well. But I heard a lot of when I was in China for a year, I actually still talk with them on WeChat, and they told me Mulan wasn't really a good movie. There was another actually Chinese version of Mulan they liked better, but I'm guessing this Mulan's the American version. But Mulan is definitely a top tier movie of 2020. So I'll definitely would recommend Mulan if you can watch it, guys. Honest Thief with Liam Neeson. Honest Thief was just amazing movie. You guys have to see it. Liam Neeson plays a guy who robs bank and he got away with it and he went to the FBI and he's trying to cut a deal with the FBI saying that I want to be with the woman of my life. If I return all the money, can you reduce my sentence? And it turns out FBI agents actually went to recover the money, and then they end up stealing, the money to themselves. And then it's just a action movie, fighting movie. So it's a really, really good movie. I love Liam Neeson. So he plays in a lot of good movies like Non-Stop is one of my favorite movies of Liam Neeson. And yeah, I would definitely recommend Honest Thief. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do so. It's an amazing movie. Of 2020. Bloodshot. Holy shit. Bloodshot was just an amazing movie. Bloodshot is played by Vince Diesel. Those who don't know, for some odd reason, who don't know who Vince Diesel is, he plays in the Fast and Furious series. He plays Groot, the superhero Groot. I am Groot. You guys know Galaxy of the Galaxy, whoever, Guardians of the Galaxy. And Vince Diesel also plays in most of the Fast and Furious movies. Bloodshot is about Vince Diesel, who plays this guy who has like unlimited powers. He heals himself. He doesn't die. It's insane. This was towards more of the beginning of the year, but Bloodshot is probably up there. I would say Bloodshot is definitely top tier movie of 2020 as well. So if you haven't done so, check it out. It was just an amazing movie. Vince Diesel is amazing. I really think he's a great fighter. People think that he's more great with guns, or like maybe he's just more of a fighter. I don't know, but yeah, Bloodshot is another 2020 movie that was pretty good. The next one is called My Spy. It's a comedy and action movie with the WWE wrestler Dave Bautista, basically a spy, a CIA spy who takes care of a little girl, and they just try to fit in together, try to become spies together. The girl wants to be a spy, so it's like a comedy movie. WWE Batista is a WWE wrestler, and My Spy is a comedy and action movie. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. It's absolute hilarious in my own opinion, so be sure to watch that. And probably one of the top cartoon movies that I enjoyed was called Onward. It had Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. Tom Holland, obviously, you guys know from the Avengers, Spider-Man. He plays all the Spider-Man movies, the newest. Spider-Man Far From Home and all those. He's just a teenage guy, boy, and he plays Spider-Man. And Chris Pratt, obviously, you know him as Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Those two worked on this cartoon movie together, and it was just, they have done such a great job. Onward, I don't really too much forgot about how what's about. I think about a kid trying to find his father. I don't remember, but I did watch it. My memory is horrible. But the next one is Scoob. Scoob is a Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo, a new Scoob movie based off Blue Falcon, I think it was. I don't remember who the superhero was. But it had Zac Efron and Amanda Seyfried. Amanda Seyfried is from Dear John. She is an amazing actress. I love her. She's probably one of my top 5 favorite female actresses. She plays Daphne, and Zac Efron, you already know. He's the big star in High School Musical, Troy. Zac Efron played in a lot of rated R movies based on college parties and stuff. So he worked on that new Scoob movie. The Scoob movie is amazing. If you haven't done so, be sure to check that out. Those are just Onward and Scoob are, in my opinion, my favorite 2020 cartoon movies. Obviously, and Greenland. Greenland had Grenard Butler. You guys don't know him. He played in The Fallen. Olympus Has Fallen. He has played in London Has Fallen. And there was a third one that was out a couple years ago. I don't remember. Olympus Has Fallen or London Has Fallen. And then there was another, Protecting Morgan Freeman or something. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Greenland is an alien attack scientific movie, I think. But anyway, those are my top 20 movies. I hope you guys like this movie list. So if you guys have any suggestions on what your 2020 favorite 2020 movie was, leave it in the comments section. You guys are awesome. But anyways, yeah, those are my top 20. These are 20 movies that I listed. So these are my top 20 movies. My favorite, in my own opinion. It doesn't have to be yours. This is just my own top 20 movies of 2020. So that's pretty much it. And that will do it for my 2020 recap video, my favorite moments and the bad news, stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back next year when 2021 is finished, and I'll be making a similar video like this. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Leave a comment sharing what personal stuff that you like that happened in 2020. Leave a comment like what was your favorite moment of your personal life in 2020. Favorite moments with friends, it doesn't matter. So leave a comment if you can. Thank you guys so much for the support, and once again, Happy New Year. 2020 is gone and it's a brand new year. Happy 2021. I'll see you guys later.